Hey y'all, grown black folks talk. Back out on the climb on a gray October day that more resembles San Francisco's summer pattern, but we don't control the weather, we just enjoy it. I want to hark back. It's the perfect cloud cover for the topics I want to discuss today. I wanted to hark back on the video I made before putting up the first of the Sobering October Bible Study video about having witnessed and having accidentally sort of just being there prevented a crime in progress. I have a subscriber, shout out to Lamar, JLP914, I believe, and he asked me, okay, what do we do to help black men get out of the situations they find themselves in? And this is an honest question, and to the extent that because as a channel holder, I'm responsible for the things I share on the channel, I gave some more thought to that incident. Because I look at it from a compassionate point of view because I understood his situation, the gentleman's situation. And I'm glad I was able to keep him from engaging in petty crime, at least for the time that I was looking at him. But I thought about this later on, and I thought about an abundance mindset versus scarcity mindset when I thought about how it is that black people live. We are acculturated to believe that there is scarcity. Scarcity of resources, scarcity of appreciation, scarcity of respect. You know, we went and did the fundamental labor to not only build the United States, but the modern world. All the way clear into Europe. All the way in terms of having the money available to do everything else for the past 400 years. We did that. Actually, 500 if you count South America. Florida, 1526, so we're getting pretty close to 500 years on that as well. So, there's no appreciation for that. There's a scarcity of people who even know that fact. There's a scarcity of resources because other people have the resources that we created and, are sometimes unhappy when we even get the crumbs. If we get a crumb extra, it could be an issue. Of course, now, and for those issues, you could die in a lot of places a mere 60, 70 years ago. And then, of course, scarcity of respect. And I think that's really important to our men. Men have a higher need for shows of respect than women do. So you have to look at that for what it is. So this gentleman in this store, this is his money. Money is not easy to come by, especially with inflation. So then you have scarcity of appreciation. He is of the lineage of the men who build a nation. There's no appreciation for that he meets every day. And of course, the human respect enough to help him work out his mistake was not present. Although, if you understand how stores work with deli items, you usually cannot return them. But such as it is, if you don't know things about that, then you're just going to take it as nobody even bothered to care enough about me to help me fix this mistake. This is really going to impact me. But here's the thing. An abundance mindset means you can afford a mistake. If I have $90 in my bank account, but I know how I can create 90 more and put it there. If I make a $20 mistake, is that going to bother me? Yes. But it's not going to put me in a cycle of now I need vengeance. It's not going to put me in that cycle because it's just money. It's like a friend of one of my teachers. Shout out to Dr. Helen Dilworth. I don't even know if she has YouTube, but her friend, shout out to Dr. Jacqueline, I think is she a doctor? Composer, I can go there. Jacqueline Hairston, who wonderful arranger of Negro spirituals, wonderful composer. And she said to Dr. Dilworth one day, I was just listening, being quiet, because it's a young black woman in the room. Well, it's just money. And money is only energy. So we can get that energy back. Now, I don't subscribe to the new age in the sense that Ms. Hairston does. But I kept that in my mind because I thought, okay, if you know how to create money at will, then okay, you make your mistakes, stuff happens, you put it out, you can replace it. It really is that simple. Gotta watch this camera angle. Thank you to my subscribers who remind me. But if you don't know where that's coming from and everything is a struggle, you making a mistake on a purchase and no one being willing to help you is more likely to put you into a state of affairs where it triggers a lot of other stuff. And if you widen this view out over the United States of America. There are a tremendous number of men of all races who feel this way. And increasingly, because you can look at the uptake in mass shootings in the past 15 years, that scarcity mindset of appreciation, respect, and resources, more and more men seem to be coming to the vengeance stage of, okay, since nobody cares about helping me at all and I can't get these things for myself, all right, let me kill a bunch of people. So you can get from the same mindset will take you from the petty all the way up to the biggest crimes imaginable, because that's the actual pattern. And of course there's women like this too, but I'm just saying from what I have observed in this past couple of days. If you are in an abundance mindset, you can afford a mistake. If you're not in an abundance mindset, if you're in a scarcity mindset, that mistake may put you over the edge. So in respect to Lamar, who asked the question on another video, what do we do to help out these situations? And I look at it from the point of view of a black woman that lives in a world that's full of men. So it's not quote unquote caping, it's just thinking about these problems in a way that is helpful. I will encourage men to find men who are in an abundance mindset and learn from them. To deal with the scarcity problems, I'm going to put 2 channels in the description of this video. JT Automations, a wonderful young black man, comes through with incredible resources to help you change your money situation legally tomorrow. Like, for real. There are things that you can do there, learn them, get on out, and basically change your situation tomorrow if you're willing to invest in and work that hard. Or maybe not tomorrow, maybe next week. But it depends, because there's some people that'll jump on stuff right away. And I'm also going to put the study by Tony Gaskins where Mr. Gaskins interviews other black men and talks about how they changed their situation and changed their life by changing their mindset. And I'm also probably going to do, at some point, just a playlist of favorite things. Hold on, y'all. Sorry about that. Just so that you can begin to hear men. And of course, for black women, there are many channels. Black Women Making Money, Black Women Building Wealth, Stephanie Perry, Rashida Dow. Rashida Dow is Sheeta's on the Loose. Picky Girl Travels the World, Adelia Borshade. And they just had the Exodus Summit, which you can now go and buy the replays for. But I'm actually, because again, this was a conversation about a black man who was halted in a crime in progress. I want to focus on the men for this video. Now, I said we're going to widen out. I have another grim video to do because of some grim statistics that have just come out. I don't often discuss politics, but it used to, if you go back far enough on Facebook to Grown Black Folks Talk Original, often did, but I don't do that as much anymore because what we talk about doesn't help us. But I will talk about some very sad numbers that are coming out from Republicans and Democrats in this same mindset. Because you know eventually who acting from the panic and the anger of a scarcity mindset, you know who that eventually hurts? If any of the police officers from the precinct that's nearest me had been in that store, and he was a big, tall black man, you know what would have happened if they had seen him trying to steal that food? Well, there's a larger drama going on in the United States of America that also reflects this, but that's a separate video. What we have to do is get involved and listen to people that have an abundance mindset, who understand that there is an abundance of resources. There can be, in the right circles, an abundance of appreciation, in the right circles, an abundance of respect. But we have to look for those things so that when we make a mistake, as we all must do, no one is obligated to help us fix our mistakes. But we can understand, okay, I can afford the mistake and learn. Okay, talk to you a little bit later. Bye. Thank you for listening.